Jaya Jaya Navadvipa Chandra Sachi Suta Jaya Jaya Nityananda Raya Avaduta Jaya Jaya Sri Advaita Prabhu Mahashaya Gadadhara Srivasa Pandita Jaya 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 Navadvipa Dham Sarvadhama Sara Jaya Navadvipa Vasi Gaura Parivara. Hare Krishna. Welcome you all who have joined to hear about this very high scripture, Chaitanya Charitamrita. But we are actually packaging under Navadvipa Dham because when we are actually to view this from Navadvipa Dham, Chaitanya Charitamrita, everything is actually coming into picture, and especially it's kind of a virtual tour. That is how we are actually going through the scripture. So today we are doing the 6th episode. It's very unique, and that we will cover the core of Navadvipa Dham. So where Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. So first we have to understand that Navadvipa is not something that came to be known after Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance. Navadvipa is eternal. The eternal manifestation of Swaitadvipa from Goloka. So in the Navadvipa, which is like a lotus flower, Antardvipa is like the central whorl of the lotus flower. Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in this Antardvipa 500 years ago. Previously, he had appeared here many times, every day of Brahma. Once every day of Brahma, he comes. When Swayam Bhagavan Sri Krishna comes, then the immediately following Kali Yuga is Dhanya Kali, so he appears there. So that is every 4.32 billion years. So when Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu descended 500 years ago, he brought many of his associates and they all appeared in Navadvipa. Advaita Acharya, Gadadhara Pandita, Srivasa Pandita and Nityananda Prabhu, he all joined in Antardvipa. So this Antardvipa is the core of the Pancha Tattva. So the Antardvipa is also called Atopura Grama. Atopura Grama. Grama means village actually, but it is so big. So it has a very unique history. So this is linked with the Brahma Vimohana pastime with Lord Krishna in Vraja. So in the Brahma Vimohana Vraja Leela, what we see, Narada Muni induces Lord Brahma to go and see Lord Krishna's descension in Braj, that is 5000 years ago. So Lord Brahma came, but saw Krishna was eating with the left hand and even sharing food with the Gopas, and it was really, he could not believe. So then Lord Brahma thought, oh, it is not a proper manner, and he doubted. If Krishna, this boy is actually the Supreme Personality of God. So he wanted to test Krishna. So with his power, Lord Brahma took away all the Gopas and the calves. Because that time, Krishna was actually tending only the calves, not the cows. So Lord Brahma took those and hid them in a sacred place. But Krishna manifested himself as Gopas and calves. And Lord Brahma returned back, back in the moment. And that it took about 1 year on earth because due to the relativity, time relativity. So by that time, all the gopis were married to the Krishna as Krishna Gopas, because Krishna became Gopas and all the gopis married. So all the gopis actually belonged to Krishna then. So Lord Brahma returned to see the fun, expecting Krishna, would have been upset now because he returned back, but he was shocked to see the very same Gopas and very same calves, they're all still there. And there was nothing changed. So the pastimes were actually just going on. So he could not believe, he got shocked. And then all the Gopas, he saw them as the forms of Lord Narayana. So Lord Brahma realized his big mistake. So feeling extremely sad, Lord Brahma begged Krishna for forgiveness. He offered so many prayers to Lord Krishna, but Krishna was not happy even after Brahma's lengthy prayers of begging forgiveness. So this is in Srimad Bhagavatam. But when Lord Brahma returned back to Brahmaloka, he was still feeling guilty. And he decided to take self-punishment. Self-punishment. So that means he was looking for punishing himself somehow. So he came to this place in Navadvipa, this Atopura Grama, now called Antardvipa. So he prayed to Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu. Of course, this was the previous to the appearance that happened 500 years ago. Because we should not be thinking that Caitanya Mahaprabhu was not there before 500 years ago. That's not the case. It is as good as saying Krishna was not there before 5,000 years ago. No. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is eternal, Krishna is eternal, these are all eternal. So because of the tabas by Lord Brahma, and where he was crying, "Oh, I am so wretched, out of pride and ego, I committed a great offense to you. Please allow me to serve you in humility." So Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu appeared and granted a boon. He said, "Oh Brahma, I will appear to inaugurate the Kali Yuga Dharma in this place. You will appear in the low-class family and preach the holy names with me." So Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu then disappeared. So Lord Brahma was born in the Muslim family as Haridasa Thakura, you all know. He got the taste of chanting the holy names of Lord Krishna. Every day he was chanting 192 rounds, which is equivalent to 300,000 holy names, 3 lakh names. So he was becoming very famous also. The local Jamindar called Ramachandra Khan got envious and tried to spoil his name by many ways. He was sending some beautiful girls and all those things. When all failed, many false complaints went to the Muslim king. So they tried to somehow wanted to bring down Haridasa Thakura. So all the thing, went to Muslim king. So because their complaint was, he was born as a Muslim and he should not chant the Hindu God's name. So he recommended they all recommended the highest punishment. The punishment given was to be beaten in 22 marketplaces until he died. But Haridasa Thakura never stopped his chanting. Due to his beating with the iron belts, all the fleshes were gone in pieces. There was only bones were there. Most of the people will be dead in 1 or 2 marketplaces. But Haridasa Thakura did not feel any pain and did not die even until 22nd marketplace. Finally, those who were beating requested Haridasa Thakura to die. Otherwise, they said their heads will be chopped by the king. So out of compassion, Haridasa Thakura lay down in meditation and went in samadhi. So seeing this one, those who were beating took the body and threw his body into Ganges and reported to the king saying that yes, they already finished Haridasa Thakura. But just in moment of time, and Haridasa Thakura actually just was floating, just walking on the Ganges water, right there floating, and he just walked right there towards him. So they could not believe, with a beautiful body, nothing, beautiful and effulgent body he was walking back. So the king and everyone got panic. And they all fell down at his lotus feet begging for forgiveness. So now the thing is, this Haridasa Thakura was very, very affectionate to Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu too. So now Caitanya Mahaprabhu appears only in the Dhanya Kali Yuga following the appearance of Swayam Bhagavan Lord Krishna, as I mentioned. So he appeared 500 years ago for several reasons. So one, to propagate Yuga Dharma, chanting of the holy name, that is Harinama Sankirtan. Two, to distribute the Unnata Ujjvala Prema that no one ever could distribute. and to respond to the prayers of Advaita Acharya, who requested Lord Krishna to come down in this Kali Yuga. And 4, to taste the greatness of Srimati Radharani, because that is why he came in that mood. And also to personally taste the mood of Srimati Radharani and to taste the happiness of Srimati Radharani. So that is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Krishna came in the mood of Srimati Radharani, who is actually Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Sridham Mayapur is situated 130 kilometers from Calcutta, West Bengal, and is famous as the birthplace of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who appeared in the year 1482. Of course, he performed so many pastimes in the boyhood and also youth here and then sannyas. So until he took the renounced order of sannyas, and he took sannyas in 24 years old. So his birthplace, called Yogapitha, is actually located in this Antardvipa, which we are covering. So Mayapura Yogapitha Sada Khola Tada Nitya Chaitanya Vidya Vihara. It says Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu eternally performs various kinds of pastimes in the spherical form of Mayapura, that is Yogapitha. So Yogapitha, which you are seeing right now, is basically very famous. So what you see on the right side is also called Gaura Kunda. There is the Kunda also there. It's named after Gaura Mahaprabhu. But anyway, so this is very famous and this is very glorious. So that is why again the scripture says, Yei Yogapitha Machke Paisa Panchatatva Anyasthana Haite Yogapitera Mahatva. So what that means is, even though there are several places situated within this Sri Navadvipa Dham, this Yogapitha is the most glorious of them all. So because the Panchatattva of who are they? Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhara, Srivasa, the Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So that's how we really pray the Panchatattva. They all situated here. So also when this place was dug to build a temple, which you see in the center, and they discovered a small 400 Vishnu form, which was originally worshipped by Jagannath Mishra. So that is father of Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu. So this is actually kept inside the temple actually. Anyway, so this is the specific place where Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. He was born under this neem tree. So the original neem tree actually disappeared. But another one actually magically grew at the same place. So that is still there. Because he was born under a neem tree, he was named Nimai. Nimai means neem. Basically we call neem, right? Nimai. So he was born at the time of a lunar eclipse. That most of you know. So because at that time they are all chanting the holy names and taking the dip in the Ganges. So his father was Jagannath Mishra and mother was Saji Devi. So 8 daughters were born to them. 8 daughters were died. Then actually 9th was a son. His name was Viswarupa. So only 10th. So after that is Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu came as Nimai. So the elder son Vishwarupa took sannyas at very early age and left home. So this Vishwarupa was the incarnation of Mula Sankarshan. If you see the expansions of starting from Balaram, so you the Vasudeva, then Mula Sankarshana, then Pradyumna, Anuruddha, right? We see. So that Mula Sankarshan is this Vishwarupa. So then Lord Nityananda Prabhu is Lord Balaram. So that is why in the previous episode we covered that when this Nityananda Prabhu was really taken by that sannyasi who was none other than this Vishwarupa disguised, and then he merged into the body of Nityananda Prabhu, which we covered before. But anyway, so this is basically the birthplace. So, and also nearby is, this is the temple. So Nimai performed many childhood pastimes. So once two robbers were actually planning to steal, take away all his ornaments that he was wearing. So he really took Nimai on their shoulder, and they were actually taking away. But because of the trick or that played by Nimai, so they got the way lost, and finally the way, because of the trick of Nimai, they came back to the very home of Nimai itself, and they were caught. So it was because he is anyway the lord of the Maya. So that was one childhood pastime. And Nimai used to cry a lot. So he used to cry, always crying, and cried and cried and cried. But there is something, as soon as they say Haribol, then he will stop the crying. So immediately. And again he actually cries, and as soon as they say Haribol, anything that in Hare Krishna, Haribol, then immediately he will let it stop. So that also kind of indicated that this, the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is actually going to be actually, inaugurating the Sankirtan moment and everything, and chanting the holy names. And he also, once he really caught hold of a very big snake, and then he was playing with it. Everybody was so afraid. And then finally, who was the snake? That snake was only Baladev. Who else is there? So then another incident where there was a Brahmin visiting from another place, and on the way he was really planning to stay in the home of Jagannath Mishra, Nimai's home. So when he was staying there, of course, he was a Brahmin. So he said, all right, I'm going to cook and then offer some prasadam to the Lord. So he really started cooking, and then he really offered the prasadam, and he was just meditating, and then placing the whatever that he really cooked in front of his whatever the deity that he really brought, because he was traveling somewhere. And then what happened was, when he was really offering the prayer, Nimai just like that crawled and then came and then ate the prasadam. So when he really opened his eyes after the prayer, he saw Nimai was eating the prasadam. So he was so upset. He really, said, oh, you really spoiled everything. You spoiled everything. So then Jagannath Mishra came again and said, oh, this is what happened. No, this is not good. So he really took Nimai away. And then again he really requested the Brahmin, please excuse, please cook again. I will give all the necessary things. So the Brahmin cooked again. And then, of course, Nimai was actually put outside anyway. So he was actually trying to, he was offering the prayer for calling the Lord to really accept the Naivedyam. Again, same thing happened. When you opened the eyes, again Nimai was eating. So this was really, so he got so upset. It was already midnight. And then again Jagannath Mishra came to know. He really took Nimai away and then put him away. Then he said, I am going to lock him up this time. Please. Now it is too late also. But please forgive. And then he again cooked again. Third time. So he cooked, and then he was offering again. And when he was giving offering, again Nimai opened, and Nimai was eating again. So how was it possible? He was locked. He was in the room. So then Nimai said, "Oh, you are always calling me. Then what do you are calling me to take the prasad, take the naivedyam, to eat the prasad, the naivedyam. So what I am supposed to do? You are calling to really take, and I am taking, and then now you are saying I should not take it. So what do you mean?" And then he really showed his form, and he actually showed that he was none other than, the Krishna or Narayana. Anyway, so many pastimes are there. But anyway, coming back to Antardvipa, the most recent temple in Mayapur is the ISKCON temple. It's very, very huge. And with the recently completed Vedic planetarium, this is actually very, very nice, wonderful. So many foreigners flock to this place, and it is like a different world altogether, actually. And also, here we have the Chandrodaya Mandir. So this mandir is amazingly good. Now, you all know the pastimes of the pastime of delivering Jagai and Mathai. That pastime also happened at this Antardvipa. So, their original names of Jagai and Mathai were Jagadananda and Madhavananda. So, they were actually two sons of Raghunatha the Raya. So, but these two sons who were born, they became so bad. And even though they were born Brahmins as brothers, but became very sinful. And when Srila Haridasa Thakura and Nityananda Prabhu were preaching and asking Jagai and Mathai to chant Harinam, because they knew, oh, these are all, they're all bad, we had to change. We had to change these two persons. They were trying to really, preaching. Mathai threw wine bottle on the head of, on the forehead of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. And even though Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu, when he came to know, he really ran here, and then he was really invoking the chakra to really kill Jagai and Mathai. It was Nityananda Prabhu who stopped Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu. So he said, no. You have to give mercy. You have to, because you did not come in this yuga to really kill the demons. That is not this yuga. Here you came to give all prema bhakti to everybody, even to the wretched people. So then, when Lord actually embraced them, they all became ecstatic, and they started dancing right on the spot. Dancing and dancing and dancing. And then Madha even begged the Nityananda Prabhu, specifically saying, I was the one who really threw the wine bottle on your head. Please tell me some prayachita. Prayachita means something so that I can actually get rid of the sins. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu together, they told, yes, you make a Ghat, because it's all near Ganges. Ganges used to change the direction, every time. So Ganges was there, and again changes, again actually comes back. So it's really so many things happening. So the picture what you really see here in the middle, that you really see some place, this is actually the place where the Ghat was. So there are some remains are still there. If you really go there now, you actually see the place. The place is actually written as Mathai Ghat. Mathai Ghat. But sometimes they also call it Jagai Mathai Ghat. But it was personally built and maintained by Mathai. Every single day, he used to go there to the Ghat, making sure everything is fine. And because the reason why Lord Nityananda Prabhu was telling this was, eventually people will be benefited, saying they will be remembering you, and then it will be good for you, good sukriti for you. So that way your sins will be actually out. So that was the reason that he never failed him, even miss one day to really come to God. Every day he used to come to the God. But anyway, by the mercy of the Lord, this place is still we can see Mathai Gata. That's why it is there in the Chaitanya Bhagavata. It says that Atyapiha Chinga Ache Chaitanya Krupaya Madhai Gata Bali Sarva Loke Gaya. So the same place, unique place where Mathai really made the God is still available because of the mercy. That's what it is saying. Anyway, deities of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Nityananda Prabhu are inside this temple. So they made a nice temple actually, very nice temple. So what you see at the left is the entrance to the same temple. Okay, now also in the Antardvipa, yes, today we are covering the Antardvipa. Gangadasa Pandita. So he was running a Gurukul called Gangadas Gurukula. That was where Nimai was actually put to study Sanskrit and scriptures. So this was located, if you see the map, it was located near the Ganga Nagara. So you will see that Ganga Nagara, and also there is another place what we are going to say is a Nagariya Ghat also. These two are actually very similar. So the Nagariya Ghat is the place where so many people used to come and take bath. So Nimai Pandit, that time Nimai was returning from the school, used to come through this particular place. And he used to really make fun of these, young girls. All should worship me, but the girls will really, refuse. And then, Nimai will say, if you are not worshipping, then you will get a husband who is ugly. But if you worship me, you will get some very good husband. Like that, he used to make fun of. Not only that, there are also some Brahmanas who are not, more of ritualistic. That is nothing, not really devotional. Because you see so many Brahmanas, they need not be actually devotional. They mostly there are Vaitis. They really do all the things for the rituals. Nothing, no real devotion. So, but anyway. So these Nimai used to really make fun of them also. He used to really spray water on them, and also when they rebuke, they will say, no, why are you doing? They will actually try to really beat him or something back. And Nimai actually used to take some water, Ganges water, and just spit on them and run away. So this complaint came to the father of Nimai. So once what happened was this too much, and so Jagannath Mishra took a big stick and then came looking for Nimai. But when he was coming, Nimai already told the boy saying that I am, if they complain, my father is actually going to be angry on me. So, if my father comes, then, tell that I straight away went from my school, Gurukul, to the home. He did not come through this particular place. So, Nimai put some ink or something on his shirt or something as if it was, he actually coming from the school. So he really came and then this Jagannath Mishra was seeing Nimai. Why are they complaining? But he is coming from the school. And then he really threw the stick away. He did not say anything. Anyway, so like that. But now this Antardvipa is also a place called Bharakona Ghat. Okay, so those who are really going to be joining for the parikrama, you have to be with the parikrama we are planning to do in December. So you have to remember all these. So when we go, we have to remember all these incidents. That's why I'm covering them like this. So when Nimai was young, as I mentioned, he studied Sanskrit and grammar in the Gangadas Gurukula, run by Gangadasa Pandita. So after studying Sanskrit there, Nimai then opened his own Sanskrit school. And also used to teach many scriptures to his students. And this place, this Bharakona Ghat is a place where he used to come every day. And also his students also used to come. And they used to do so much of debate, arguments. And now once, a very famous scholar, Pandit called Kesava Kashmiri, he came from north. So he was coming to every place, traveling all the places, and his job was, of course, what he was doing was, he used to really go and then debate with every scholar, whoever is every village, village and town he goes, and then he will actually do the debate, and then they have to give a certificate saying, I surrendered, I am you are the winner, whatever. So he was collecting all these things, and then now coming to Navadvipa. So he wanted to debate here, and everybody was afraid to actually, when they saw this scholar Keshav Kashmiri. So then there are some people who were envious of Lord Caitanya, Nimai also. Look at here. See the envy always happens, even for Nimai. See? So those said, oh, no, you have to first debate with Nimai, and then only you can actually come to us, even though, of course, they are afraid. So then, all right, that is fine. And so he was very famous because the Ishtadeva is Saraswati. So he was able to debate and win all the times by the grace of Mother Saraswati. So he would compile Sanskrit verses on the fly so frequently, just like that. And Nimai said, oh Panditji, because he was in a very humble mood, we would like to hear from you about the glorification of this Ganga Devi. Immediately Keshava Kashmiri composed a shower of so many verses on the fly, one by one. So many, 100 maybe, something. Nimai, okay, after that, Nimai then asked, yes, Panditji, please pick one verse and explain the virtues and faults. So Keshava Kashmiri said, no, my composition won't have any faults, but only virtues. Then he asked Nimai, all right, you pick one, pick one verse and I will explain. Nimai, pick something from the middle of so let's say 100 of them, so somewhere around 50 or 50, somewhere there he pulled out just from his memory. And Kashmiri was so shocked to see the memory of Nimai. Then he described 5 virtues or alankars of his own verse. He immediately said, okay, all right, I will give 5 alankars of 5 virtues of from my verse. So Nimai then responded with 5 more virtues. Oh Panditji, yes, you gave 5 virtues. I am giving 5 more, I am adding. So he gave, and then also he said, also Panditji, I also want to add 5 faults in this one, if you permit me to say about it. Oh, hearing this, then Panditji became upset. And what are they? So Nimai was telling exactly, this is the fault, this is the fault, this is the fault. There are just 5 of them, just like that, put it. And Keshava Kashmiri could not say anything. He immediately took his, his dress and everything, and so then put the thing and then walked away to his place where he was staying. That night, Mother Saraswati appeared in his dream and told, O Keshava Kashmiri, the person you were trying to defeat is my master, the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. So you are highly fortunate that you got a darshan. You go there and fall at his feet and beg for forgiveness. And Keshava Kashmiri then realized. Then he came morning and then saw Nimai and fell at his feet. And then after that he left the place. Anyway, and the one which I am going to tell right now is very, very core of Antardvipa. Very core of Antardvipa. So this place is called Srivasa Angana. Srivasa Angana. So Srivasa, you know that, like in the Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhara, Srivasa Adi. This Srivasa. So his home is Angan. Angan means the place or home, actually, specifically home. It's a very important place in Navadvipa. So Srivasa Pandit, who is one of the Panchatattva, appeared and lived here. So who is this Srivasa Pandit? So he is none other than Narada Muni. So he also had 4 brothers who also joined the Sankirtan movement along with to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This Srivasa was a great singer and very good dancer. So later, when Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu went to Jagannath Puri, he also went with him, of course, and he used to sing and dance with Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu. So there, the Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu used to have like 5 or 7 different groups. There will be leader, there will be dancer, and then all the instrument, everything. So like that, they used to do that. And Srivasa always used to sing and dance. So in fact, what happens in Jagannath Puri during the Rathayatra, Lord Chaitanya dances, and the thing is, the unique thing is, he dances in every single crowd. It's not that he just picks one and then dances. No, that's it's like Krishna used to be dance with all the gopis like that. You can think of. But anyway, so Lord Nityananda Prabhu blissfully also won showed Srivasa Angana to Jiva Goswami. Because what happened to Jiva Goswami was young. So all the other Goswamis, they all left the planet. And then that time, Nityananda Prabhu was there in Bengal, and Jiva Goswami comes here to visit this Navadvipa. And there, so these actually, Jiva Goswami was taken by Nityananda Prabhu to really see, to show all the places. And then when it came to this, Jiva Goswami he rolled on the dust of the Srivasa Angana, because this is the place where the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had many pastimes, all remembered, and then Jiva Goswami became so moved by prema that the symptoms of prema in his body appeared. Srivasa Angana Jiva Jaya Gada Gadi Smaraiya Prabhure Leela Prema Gudagudi. So what that means, Gadagadi means basically is all tears were filled in, and it's a dream. And so then also what Gudagudi means, what he also got a darshan of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he was crying, that is Gadagadi, and then Prema Gudagudi, he also saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu right there. All these past, how he used to be doing this whole, all the Nama Sankirtan and everything. He could see the scenery is completely there. So when Lord Nityananda Prabhu was showing Navadvipa to Jiva Goswami, even though Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu already left the planet, remember, see the darshan that he really got. See, this is very, very nice. So actually, Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu, along with his associates, gave darshan to Narottam Das Thakur also, which we haven't covered yet. So as we go, then when we are covering his place, then I will actually talk about that also. Anyway, in this Srivasa Angana, every night Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu used to lead Sankirtan. No, not everybody can enter it. That's the problem. Only those who chanted at least 64 rounds were allowed in. 64 rounds, minimum. If they will ask in the entrance, they say, how many rounds you have done today? Oh, I have done 60. No, you cannot get it. No. Maybe next day. Like that, this is how that the qualification is. Because that's why Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu says, if you are not chanting 64 rounds, you cannot offer anything to the deity. Deity will not take. So this 16 rounds is actually that's nothing. That's nothing. That's why we have to chant 64 rounds minimum. That is the rule. Anyway, so only those who chanted, that many rounds, they were allowed. And their mrudangas and kartals made the Sankirtan so ecstatic. No one here could sleep because the Sankirtan used to go for the entire night. No ladies were allowed inside also. Ladies were not allowed anyway. So that was another thing. Anyway, actually, once what happened was, I think Srivasa Pandit, some mother-in-law, or somebody, some lady could really somehow peeked in, and they later found out, and then she was taken out or something. But anyway, that was their custom that way. So no ladies were allowed. So anyway, then the ladies were outside. They can actually hear. They can be outside but not inside. But anyway, so what will happen is this Sankirtan will be going on entire night. And the woman now hearing, they will remind, oh, it is getting late now. It is 1 a.m. It is see this are going on 1 a.m. Please we have to stop. Then they will say, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, everybody say, all right, okay, we'll stop soon, no problem. And again it will go on. They forget the time. And again the ladies come and say, now it is 3 a.m. Okay, all right, okay. Few more, this thing we will be stopping soon. All right, it goes on and goes, and again they really completely lost the time. And the ladies come again, now it is 5 a.m. Oh, then they say, oh, it is now the Mangalarati time. Let's do the Mangalarati now. They will start the Mangalarati. See, this is how their engagement in Sankirtan was. And this Srivasa Angana is also called Khola, Bhangara, Danga. Khola, Bhangara, Danga. Okay, it's not Bhangara, Danga, Bhangara, Danga. So it means a place where a mrudanga was broken. Danga means, see, Khola means mrudanga. Bhangara, Danga means broken and then put there. So in fact, what happened was sometime when Bhaktivinoda Thakur was there, the same broken mrudanga piece was found by, I think, by his Gurudev, that was Jagannath Das Babaji. So when he came, and then of course, they say it was some piece was found. I don't know where it is now. Anyway, so there is a story behind. Because of the continuous kirtan, no one nearby that area, nobody could sleep. Also, due to the glory of Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu, many Hindus became envious. Many became envious. So the envious Hindus complained to the Navadvipas, that present ruler called Maulana Sirajuddina Chandkasi. So they were asking to put an end to the Sankirtana by Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu. So they were complaining, this is not good. And this is very bad. We are not able to sleep. What is going on here? Why are they really, making so much of this noise? We cannot sleep. Then they were pressuring so much. Chandkasi declared that no Hindus could chant loudly or loudly perform kirtana anymore. So, if anyone violated, they will be punished and lose their caste. They will be even put tax. So, but Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu did not. Of course, he is Lord. Why did he stop? He did not stop at all. So it was going on, continuously going on. Next day, same day, next day, it was going on. And Chandkasi really got so angry. I passed the law, and then they are actually violating. He himself came to Srivasa Angana, and he grabbed one mrudanga and threw it on the floor, and it just broke into pieces. And that is why this Srivasa Angana is now also called Khola, Bhangara, Danga. So it means it's a place where a mrudanga was broken. Now following this incident, next day, Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu gathered thousands of devotees, and they all came with the lighted, candles. They will put oil and then, put a wick, and then it's very big, and they were carrying the lighted flames, lanterns. They all came to the house of Chandkasi. But Chandkasi, as soon as he really saw that these people were coming, he was so afraid, and he did not want to come out of his home either. He did not come out. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and everybody was just loudly shouting. And finally he came out with fear. He just came out with fear. And Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu started to argue. There was also an argument about cow slaughtering and arrogance to treat others to convert into all kinds of things. It's all so many things are there anyway. If you read the Chaitanya Charitamrita, there's a dialogue that was actually going on between Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the Chandakasi. And we see a wonderful section. It's Chaitanya Charitamrita. Very, very, very nice. Anyway, and also, especially Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was bringing the cow slaughtering. This cow slaughtering is how much sinful it is. He's actually talking about that. I'm just going to pull that one sloka. In fact, this slide I really presented in some other time also. So a cow killer and cow eaters are condemned to rot in hell. So in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela, chapter 17, verse 166 says this. Go ange yedaloma tadasahasra vatsaram Govadi Raurava Matye Pache Nirandara. Raurava, that's a very one of the, there are total 28 kinds of, 28 or 24 kinds of very, very severe hell. So what it is saying is, cow killers and cow eaters are condemned to rot in hell for as many thousands of years as there are for each hair on the body. So one cow has about 140,000 to 160,000 hairs. That's what the scientists are saying. But let us say average 150,000 hairs. Then you multiply it by 1,000. It comes to 150 million years. This is for one cow. Look at how severe it is. So because killing a cow is like killing a mother, because cow is one of the 7 mother. So that is why it's like equivalent to killing a mother. Anyway, but then to everyone's surprise, Chandakasi told that the previous night of breaking the mrudanga, a huge half lion and half man figure came and hit his chest, and threatening that he would kill Chandakasi if he stopped the Sankirtan. And Chandakasi just opened his shirt and then showed the marks, some scratches with blood there. So it was Narashmati. Now if you see, also it is saying that many people are saying that actually Chandakasi is an eternal associate of Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu. And he simply played his part to facilitate the Lord to reveal his sublime pastimes. Because if there is no obstacle, how can the glory come out? If the glory has to come out, there has to be objections. There must be difficulties. Look at here. Radharani wants to go and see Krishna. Look at the same house. How many obstacles are there? Because of the obstacles only, we can actually see the power. An elephant, when it is tied to a strong one tree, and only when the elephant is really pulling the tree out, showing his power, then we recognize, yes, he's powerful. The same way, it's all the arrangements of the Lord for the Chandakasi to really come like this anyway. And finally, if we see that, now it's glorious. Look at it. So we now, anyway, Chandakasi is then surrendered to Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu, and he become Vaishnava. And not only that, he passed a declaration. In my family and descendant, everybody is surrendered to Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu. There is no obstacle for his Nama Sankirtan. He can do whatever he wants. And every descendant in my the family, they all are servants of Caitanya Mahaprabhu. So anyway, Chandakasi became a Vaishnava, and then he was influenced by Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu and his Sankirtan movement. This is the Samadhi of Chandakasi. This is the Samadhi of Chandakasi. This is situated very near, actually very few meters down the road from the Srivasa Angana. So Srivasa Angana I was talking about. So very near to that is the Chandakasi's Samadhi. It's a very sacred place for Gaudiya Vaishnavas. So they all go there and then worship here. So in fact, this tree is actually champaka tree. Champaka, it has become a big tree where the samadhi is there. And this is more than 500 years now, right? And though this tree is hollow inside is hollow, but strangely it produces and showers so many flowers, nice flowers, champaka flowers. Okay, which are perhaps this offering unto the, maybe they're all offering to this exalted personality who is Kazi. Anyway, so many pastimes also happened in the Srivasa Angana. Okay, when we go there, okay, this is a place that you all should really remember. When Mahaprabhu returned from Gaya, he sat on the throne of Lord Vishnu here in this Angana, and he displayed his opulences as his son, his Supreme Lord. The Vyasa Puja of Lord Nityananda Prabhu was also done here. And Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu at one time, he showed the Sat Puja form, holding bows and arrows as Lord Ram, and a flute like Krishna, and also a danda and a kamantal as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself. So the same form, Sat Puja form, he later showed to the Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya when he was in Jagannath Puri temple. Jagannath Puri. So, also Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu in this Srivasa Angana performed 21 hour, it's called Shata Prahartya Bhava. Shata Prahartya Bhava. What that means was 21 hours, the whole ecstatic, the spiritual, spiritual dimension he really brought here, and the ecstasy was spread for 21 hours, and he was also at the part of it, he was also showing all the associates who is who. Who is who, like that. For example, Murari Gupta was none other than Hanuman. Yes, like that. He was showing Lord Nityananda Prabhu is Balaram. So he was 21 hours continuously, ecstatically. He actually made a big pastime here in this Srivasa Angana. And also in 1 year, for one particular year, he performed, Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu performed entire night kirtan. That means without any stop, completely out, full night. Anyway, also here in the same place, Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu showed his Narsimhadev form to Srivasa Pandita. Anyway, once, when the Sankirtan was going on in Srivasa Angana, the son of Srivasa Pandit passed away, died. But no one wanted to disturb the Sankirtan, the ecstatic Sankirtan of Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu. Everybody thought what they did was, when the son of Srivasa Pandita died, they really wrapped his body in a cloth and kept him in the inner room. So now Mahaprabhu could not see, but Mahaprabhu was in ecstasy, shouting and dancing, and after some time, feeling something was not right, Mahaprabhu asked Srivasa Pandit, is everything okay? And he was really asking, no, something is happening. Then, of course, he knew. Then, yes, they told, yes, actually, the son of Srivasa actually died. And Mahaprabhu approached the dead body, and he asked whatever the name he was. Okay, see, he asked the soul to re-enter the body. And to everyone's surprise, the body came back to life. Then Mahaprabhu asked, okay, leaving this body, where are you going, boy? And the boy said, with your mercy, I am now going to a different place. No one is anyone's son, or brother, or friend, or parent. These are all false. Jivas are taking 8.4 million kinds of bodies one after another. But now with your grace, I am really going to a very high abode. So then Mahaprabhu says, okay, all right, he gave the permission. Yes, you can leave. So he left the body, and the body back again, death. And this place, what you are seeing is called Advaita Acharyas, Advaita Bhavana. Bhavana is also meaning home. So this Advaita Acharya is none other than Sadashiva and Mahavishnu. He was the one who actually called Lord Krishna to appear. And that time he lived in Antardvipa, and this is the home. What we are seeing now. They have really made it nice temple. It's called Advaita Bhavana. So this is the same place where Advaita Acharya offered tulasi and Ganges water to and offering the prayer to asking Krishna to appear, and that was how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came here. So that is why what it is saying is Kheta Sita Nata Kaila Krishna Re Pujana Hungara Anila Mora Sri Gauranga Dana. Who is that? Sita Nata is Advaita Acharya. He used to sit here and worship Lord Sri Krishna by loudly calling to him. He brought Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to this Dham. And the next one is this Gadadhara Pandit. And he was an expansion of Srimati Radharani, who wanted to appear with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to witness the pastimes in her mood. So Gadadhara Pandita so this Gadadhara Angana is the very house of the Gadadhara Pandits. So he was a fellow student of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and from very early childhood time actually. So Nimai and Gadadhara used to debate a lot. So after Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas, Gadadhara Pandita stayed in Jagannath Puri and he accepted the Kshetra Sannyasa. Kshetra Sannyasa means he is supposed to be staying in one place and serving the deities. So that deity is Tota Gopinatha. So he also used to give very good Bhagavatam class. He was very, very famous. So this is the Tota Gopinatha deities in the temple. And here the beauty is this deity was actually manifested by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Actually, he really pulled out from the sand dunes of the Jagannath, Puri Jagannath. That's the ocean. So in the ocean, one time he was walking, and all of a sudden he was digging and digging and digging. And he pulled up a very huge deity. It was in the standing position though. So then he said this was the deity worshipped by Lord Brahma. So that is the same deity who is there in the Tota Gopinath now. So, but anyway, so then he was a Kshetra Sannyasa means he is actually he is permanently residing there by the order of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then once what happened was, when he was becoming old, he could not put the garland to the Tota Gopinath deity. So he was struggling and struggling. By seeing this, Tota Gopinath actually assumed a sitting position. From standing position, he immediately took a sitting position, and that is what the position that we are seeing even today. And this is also the same temple where Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I think his final year that he was at that time 48 years old, and then he was about to now finish his this Leela, this Prakat Leela, and go back to the Aprakat Leela. So this is the same deity, to which he was running into, and then boom, then he really entered into that. So, and they disappeared. So we don't have any samadhi or anything of our Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu because there is no body. Because his body is divine body. And then he really entered there. And as soon as he entered, there was just a crack. Some crack actually happened on the thigh of the Tota Gopinath deity. That, I don't think that anybody can see unless you know the pujari. But there is a crack that happened when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was just entering and vanished. Okay? So this is the It's all Leelas. Okay, so what I covered was, this is Antardvipa, only part 1. Panja kalpa tarikcha, kripa sindhu pevacha, paritanam bhavanepyo, vaishnavepyo, namo namaha.